Alright, today is day 173 of JS and day 576 of WebDev, and it is January 18th, 2023, and it is Wednesday. That's a mouthful. Anyway, I'm gonna do another audio thing again, like I did yesterday and on day 169. So it looks like this. When you click on it, it should make a sound. Let me do controls here. Okay.
I wanna take you for a ride.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do doc type HTML to tell the computer that I'm writing HTML5. Then I'll put my HTML tags, and then put my head tags. Just like a person, you have a head and a body. So body is what you show, and everything inside the head nobody sees, right? So inside the body, I'm going to have a div because I want to be able to see a div. I'm going to give it a class of card because it's going to be a card. And you can think of a div of a box. And you can't see it right now because we haven't styled it yet. So I'm going to access it in CSS using a dot because that's how we target classes. If you have an ID, then you target it with a hashtag. Then I'm going to give it a property of border, 5 pixels solid red. And then right now it has no height and width, so you're going to give it a height and width. So I'm going to say height 700 pixels, width 700 pixels, and then it'll be a box. And then before I do anything else, I'm going to select everything, basically my whole page, by using a star selector, and I'm just going to zero out any default and margin and padding that the browser has, again by default. I'm going to set box sizing to border box because that helps keep things responsive. All right, let me save that. So this is what we have so far. I want it to be at the center of the page, so I'm going to say, okay, well, I want the card to be at the center of the page, which is the red box. So I know that the card is inside my body tags. Okay, is inside my body tag, so I'm going to go and make my body a flex container, and I'm going to select the body. And it's not a class, it's not an ID, so you don't need anything in front of it, just body. And I'm going to give it a display of flex. I like to think of it as, you know, when a queen announces or declares that someone is a duke or a duchess or a knight or whatever back in those times. Same thing here. We're just declaring that the body is a flex container, but we haven't told it to do anything. It's just like you're just telling someone what they are, but then, you know, these are the properties. Justify content. Center is what actually gets it moving. So it moves it horizontally towards the center and then align items towards the center. By the way, maybe that analogy was a little lacking of explanation. Basically, back in the day, queens would just, you know, declare. Have you seen that? What's that movie? That knight movie with the horses? Whatever. Um, Back in the day, queens or kings just like declared people knights, right? Like they just announced them knights. Um, so it's kind of the same thing over here when you're just declaring the body element to be a flux container. Like you're just saying, okay, now you're a flux container. Okay, then what? And by that, you just have to use these properties to tell it what to do, basically. Um, yeah, for the first part, if that makes sense. Anyway, you'll notice though that it only moves it horizontally. What about align items? It's supposed to move it down vertically. And that's because if you give the body tag a border, you'll see that it actually is working because the height of the body is actually midway through the page. It's not the full page. So if you want it the red card, well now both of them are red. So let me change this color. If you want the red card to be in the center of the full page, then so should the element that contains the red card be the height of the full page, right? So what you do is you just say, okay, height 100 VH, which is 100 vertical height of the screen, and now it will be at the center of the page. All right, and then from here, I just like to style things a little bit, so I'm going to do a border radius 20 pixels, which just rounds the borders. I might just do 25 pixels. All right, and then time for the fun, which is the colors. I don't know what colors I'm going to use today. So let's see what should go here. We did green, yellow, pink, maybe blue. I'm going to use blue. Let's see if I can find it. A nice blue color. Maybe this one. I just love this color palette. I don't know why. So I'll go and put the background as blue, which is the body. So background, this color. And then I will maybe change this to white. Actually, I might change the whole thing to white, or should I leave it like that? I don't know. And then what I'll do is I'll go to icons8.com and maybe put click, try to find something that can go in the middle of that. This might work. You know what? Maybe I'll change it to white, the whole background. We could try this one. So copy image address. Here's my code. Okay. And then in HTML, I'm just going to do an image tag, and the source is going to be the link to that image. Image tags are, you don't have to close them because it's just one thing. I forgot what they're called. Is it inclusive? Um, Unclosed tags, HTML, what are they called? No. Um, what are image and input tags called HTML? No. What are some tags that don't have an end tag HTML? What are they called? Oh, they're called void elements or empty elements. Right. And it's basically tags that don't have anything in them. They're just like the attributes are what you actually put in. All right, let's see if this works. So what I could do is make the whole background of the card just be white, maybe, and then I can center that image if I just copy the display stuff and put it also here in the card. So that's going to be centered. And there we go, that's our front end. Then what I could do now is the audio stuff. So I'm gonna go into JS. Well, no, actually, no, yeah. Hold up. So here's the thought process. I want this thing to be clickable. I want the whole card to be clickable. So what I'll do actually is I'll just wrap the card around an A tag so that it's now clickable. When I hover over it, the mouse should change. Let's save that. Or not, whatever. The clickable thing. Actually, just gonna say ooh, I don't like that. To fix that, because I'm double clicking it, it's selecting. You could just do, I can do hashtag click, which is not hashtag click, excuse me. I'll just select the image tag and I'll say user select none, and hopefully that works. So now if I double click it, it doesn't select it, which is beautiful. Okay, although you could drag it, but that's the same thing. I mean, that's not the same thing, it's different. It's fine. Okay, so audio, right? So what I want to do, I'm gonna start with a function. I like to start with what I want to do and then like get what I need later. So I'm gonna let a function called on card click equal to the following. By the way, this is the same thing as equal function and then blah blah blah. So it's the same thing, it's just that this saves me time, right? Um, yep, that's all there is to it. I mean, it's just another way of writing, it's the same literal thing. It's just, yeah, I'm going out. So let on card click. What do I want? Well, when I click on the card, I want a new element an audio element to appear. And I'm going to say document dot create element. Sometimes I get confused versus like to just use document dot body. But I'm actually creating the element in the document because the HTML is the whole document. That's interesting. And then you're adding it to anything inside the body later on. So you don't do document dot body, you do document, and then you just create the element there. And the element goes in here in quotation marks, and it's the audio tag. And then what I like to do, I'm going to now do document dot body dot append child to add it into the body. And this is over here. This is the audio variable. And then what I want to happen is I want that audio to have a source, just like an image, it has a source. And that source I'm going to get from somewhere. Hold on. Let me see. I know I tagged it this time. I mean, I saved it, not tagged it. So this is just a website that has direct MP3 links. I like to use them for CodePen because the premium version lets you upload things in CodePen, like images and stuff, but the free version doesn't. So I like literally use links for everything. So let's just pick a random sound.
Oh, I hated this.
Nope. Nope.
All right, Dusty Rhodes, you're going to be meeting the honky tonk man. Your last minute thought.
Ooh, let me tell you about my dogs tonight. I've been so excited since my first date with Sally Gooden. And besides that, the facts are in. The man say, Dusty Rhodes, I am the proprietor of Heartbreak Hotel. I am the man.
I don't know. Okay, yep, this one's fine. Let's go ahead and take that. Okay. Let's put that in there. We might just change that later. Okay. Because I was looking for music, but I guess a radio station podcasting is fine. All right. So nothing works, right? Because I haven't told the card that this is what I want it to do when it's clicked on. So I'm gonna first of all, I need to access the card. So this is what I mean by starting from like what you need and then starting from like what you want and then going to like what you need. Like this is what I wanted. Now I need to get the stuff that I need in order to or what I want it to work. So I'm gonna say variable. I'm gonna call it card, even though it is in a card. I just don't want to get people confused. As if anybody reads this. Okay, var card document dot get element. What can it spell? By ID, and then the ID is click because I want the whole thing to be able to be clicked on. So that a tag wraps around everything. So even if I click on the image or the card, it's gonna work. So I'm gonna say click. Um, yeah. So then now I can say, okay, card dot add event listener. So basically what I'm saying, okay, I want the card to listen for when it's clicked on, and when it's clicked on, I want it to call this on card click function, and that is what happens. And then if I play it, nothing happens again because there's one more thing I need to do, and it's audio dot autoplay, and I think I have to set that to true or something so that it actually plays. Let me double check. CodePen. Yeah, autoplay true. Do I need this? I know this was. Whoops. Where's my stuff? Add event listener, click, on card click, get element by ID, blah blah blah, and then let's see if this is needed. Interesting. Audio dot source. Audio dot src. Autoplay is equal to true. Document dot body. Oh, I have to do that. See if this works. Hmm. Okay, what is it now? Let's see. I did
I wanna take you for a ride.
the uncard thing. Hmm. Autoplay. Autoplay. Make sure things are spelled correctly. What? Get element by ID, card, click, audio, prevent default. I don't even know because I didn't include this because I thought that I didn't need it because I didn't need it for last time. It did nothing. Apparently, it just prevents the default behavior of a link. So instead of clicking on the link and it takes you to another page, this would just have it be so that when you click on it, it doesn't take you to another page. But I didn't really need that because it wasn't taking me to another page.
Right, Dusty Rhodes, you're going to be meeting the honky tonk man. Your last minute thought.
Ooh, and let me tell you about my dogs tonight. I've been
So it worked. Girl is confused. Oh, it's only working on the image. That's weird. What did I do? What in the world? Oh, so it's working now? Okay. I'm confused. I don't know how I fixed this, but it's fixed and we're gonna go with it. Honestly, I don't know. Was it the only thing I changed was this? Was there a spelling error? Document upgrade element? Oh, and I also just changed the order. You know, I don't know, bro. I don't know. But it works, so that's great.
All right, Dusty Rhodes, you're going to be meeting the honky tonk man. Your last minute thought.
Ooh, and let me tell you about my dogs tonight. I've been so excited since my first date with Sally Gooden. And besides that, the facts are...
Okay, that's great. So then let's work now. We're done, but like let's work on mobile preview because it's bad, you know? This is bad right now. So, mobile version. Sometimes I always say I do mobile first, but I mean for these things, it's kind of easier to just sign it down. But if I'm building like a full-on website, yeah, you do mobile first. Only screen and max width 600 pixels. What will happen? So this is like a different like size. So it's basically saying when it's the maximum width is 600 pixels of the screen, then this is what happens. All right, so what's gonna happen? Well, I need the card to just have a width of 80%. So let's do that first. Okay, that's weird. Oh, hold up. First of all, responsiveness, the literal Hail Mary of responsiveness is this tag right here. So it's meta tag. It's not a meta tag, well, it is, but it's a viewport. I like to call it the viewport tag, and then you put the content attributes as width is equal to device width, initial scale of the screen, have it be 1.0. And that just basically allows the website, like on your phone, it won't look like it will look like on a like it won't look like it would look like on a desktop, but it would look like it would just resize the phone. It's basically, saying the width of the site is going to be equal to the device width. All right, but then either way, that still doesn't fix things on here, but it does fix the things on the phone, on your actual phone, but this one doesn't show it. Anyway, let's see. Right now, the height. Where's my stuff? Okay, so let's do height. I don't know, 50%. I just kind of play around until it works. And then I would actually take the image and give it a height of that. Okay, and then I would actually take the card and give it a padding of 50 pixels. That's weird. That's really weird. It's literally not changing. Hmm. Oh, 100%. There we go. Okay, that makes much more sense. So yeah, we're done.
All right, Dusty Rhodes, you're going to be meeting the honky tonk man. Your last minute thought.
Ooh, and let me tell you about my dogs tonight. I've been so excited since my first date with Sally Gooden. And besides that, the facts are in. The man said, Dusty Rose, I am the proprietor of Heartbreak Hotel. I am the man that wears the blue suede shoes. You can't sing. Proved you wrong. You can't dance. We know I can dance circles around you. And now you say, prove to me in public, if you will, come and get it in SummerSlam.
Beautiful. Okay. And that is it for today. I am going to go now. Bye.